Yeah. And there's Cecilia Stoll right there getting a photo op done.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is, I see you went with your curly hair.
Yeah, curly hair, don't care. I traded in straight hair to be on the call with you guys because I didn't have time for both.
Well,
you look great.
I love it. So Tracy, I know that you are pressed for time. So I'm gonna mute you guys, not to be mean, but just because so that we can hear Tracy, especially because she is outside and all kinds of stuff going on. We want to be able to hear her. So there we go. I think that's everybody. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out, Tracy.
Yeah, absolutely. I am so excited to be here with you guys, and I'm getting ready to go to Arbonne's 40th anniversary bash here in Maui on the islands, and I am so excited. We actually have some team here in Maui too. Can you hear me okay, Noel?
Yeah, I'm muting people as they jump on.
Okay, perfect. So it's our 40th anniversary this year with Arbonne. And, if you've been invited to this call, it is because someone thinks very highly of you. It's really our intention to tell you a little bit more what this gig is all about, both the income opportunity and the products, and see if it is a fit for you or perhaps someone you know. So listen in to what these ladies have to say today, because this is the information that absolutely changed my life forever. I started Arbonne almost 12 years ago, which seems crazy to think how long it's been and how it went by like that. It's been so fast, and you think about where you were 5 years ago, where you were 10 years ago, and how fast that's gone by. Well, that's been the same for me too. And I started Arbonne. At the time, I was a stay-at-home mom. Before that, I was in recruiting at a biotech firm, so I had a corporate job. It was actually outsourced right before I had my first child, which we could not afford financially at the time, but it ended up being a blessing in disguise. I got to stay at home and be with my babies, but that came at a very high financial price for our family, and a price for my husband as a firefighter needing to work massive amounts of overtime just to make ends meet. So I knew something had to change. Someone had asked me, where will you be in 5 years if you keep doing what you're doing? And for me, that sounded scary. We didn't have enough room on our credit cards for 5 years down the road. My husband probably would have died of a heart attack from working so much as a firefighter. I mean, he literally slept at work more often than he slept at home. And I just knew something had to give. And I was introduced to our anti-aging skincare line, and now we're actually saying age gracefully and all of that. Not anti-aging, but age gracefully and all of that. So I was introduced to our skincare line first, absolutely fell in love with it. Pretty soon after that, I got hooked on our nutrition products. They are by far and away the best things out there. And I gradually built my business over time with hard work and effort. It's not a hard business. It's definitely simple, but it's not easy. Definitely takes hard work and perseverance. But the thing is, it is possible for every single person that wants to succeed in this business can. Here in Maui, I have 16 other people from my team with me, and there are 450 people total from Arbonne here. 75 of those new from just this year alone. Arbonne grew 20% this year, and that is unheard of in any other industry, company, all of that. We are on fire, and we just recently got a new CEO, and we're backed by an incredible company. And you guys are going to freak out when you hear everything that's coming out this year, all the changes that are happening, and where this company is going. Arbonne wants you to flourish. And Arbonne puts, we talk about people, we talk about the planet, and just the possibilities of what's possible with this company. And, we are going to be, I kind of think of it as, you liked Target leggings until you found out what Lululemon was, right? You liked a Volkswagen until you knew what a Mercedes was. You liked, just you get where I'm going. Like, we liked these basic things before we knew what the good things were. And right now, that's how I think of Arbonne. We're the good things that you might not even know about yet, but we're going to take off. It's going to be incredible, and it's going to be what we've never seen before. I'm so excited. Arbonne has put into place, they're forming as a B corporation right now, which means that they want to be good for the environment, good for the community, and good for, just people, the planet, everything. We want to be doing a great job for that. So I was just told to scoot over. I guess I was in the shot for Cecilia. But I can't emphasize how awesome where things are going with Arbonne. What an opportunity it's provided for me and my family. Not only am I here with my husband, some people brought their kids. We didn't this time, but also my brother's here with my sister-in-law because she's a national vice president in Arbonne too. And I'm so excited for what's happening on Noel's team that's on this call. She's promoting to regional vice president this month. And we're just living the dream over here in Arbonne. And with a little bit of hard work and perseverance, you can make all your dreams come true. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I know you're going to talk about the opportunity. I'm going to get to my party. And aloha, everybody.
Tracy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know your party started at 4, so we really appreciate you jumping on. Thank you so much.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay.
Aloha.
Aloha. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you. That was such a special treat. So for those of you that are new to Arbonne, don't know anything about Arbonne, Tracy is not only my friend, but she is my direct sponsor. And her husband and my husband actually worked together for LA City Fire. And she introduced me to the 30 Days to Healthier Living program 2 years ago. So not only is she my sponsor, not only is she my friend, but she's the number 11 income earner in America. So she is one of the top leaders, and we are very, very blessed to have her leading from the front and showing us exactly what to do in this business and what this business is all about. So I'm going to introduce myself real quick. My name is Noel Estrada, and I am an area manager and independent consultant with Arbonne. Like I said, I've been with Arbonne for 2 years. My background is actually education. I started, went to college, and my first of my careers was education. I was an elementary school teacher, and then most recently, I was the director of a preschool. I was introduced through the 30 Days to Healthier Living program by Tracy, and fell in love right away because of the way that I felt. The program, I had done every program on the planet, and I could not believe how good I felt, and here I was shedding some pounds and unwanted inches, which is exactly what I was going for. But I had never been on a program where you actually felt good while that was happening. So I started as a consultant right away, really more just thought to myself, well, you know what, maybe I'll earn back the money that I spent on the program. And that is where my head was at that time. And then I got my first paycheck, and I was pleasantly surprised as to how generous the compensation was. And I thought to myself, wow, this could actually really be something. And 8 months into Arbonne, I was actually able to walk away from my director's position at the preschool. And I like to talk about that because a lot of people may be on this call and think, well, I don't really want to walk away from my job. I actually like what I do. And that's perfectly fine. There's a lot of people that work their Arbonne business side by side with their other career. For me, I did love being a preschool director. What I didn't like was having to be at work at 8 o'clock every day, having to take lunch when I was told to take lunch, only being able to take vacation when I was allowed to have vacation time. I felt as if I was working my life around my job, and I wasn't working my job around my life. And that's exactly what Arbonne does. Is I don't even say that I work from home anymore. I tell people I work from my cell phone. If you have your cell phone, or if you have your laptop or your iPad, you have a business. And some people work it just a little bit, and they make, some grocery money and gas money and maybe shoe money, or, happy hour money. And some people might work it a little bit more and build a team, and they make a full-time income on a part-time, working part-time. So that's essentially my story. I'm now getting ready to go into the 3rd level of management out of 4, which is really, really cool. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But I'm going to share my screen so that I can share with you just some of what Arbonne has to offer. Okay, there we go. And if anybody's jumping on late, just mute yourself, just because sometimes the background noise, I think everybody is muted, but let me just double check. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so is Arbonne for you? So this is what we talk about. What if you had an extra $200, $500, $5,000, $50,000 a month? How would that change your life? For some people, an extra $200, that's going to pay for ballet lessons for their kids, or that's going to go toward paying down college debt. An extra $20,000 to $50,000 a month, that is going to change not only your life, but you are going to be able to help change the lives of others. What if you were own boss? You were able to pick when you go on vacation. You were able to pick when you woke up and got out of bed. What if you got to choose who you worked with? That is the beautiful thing about Arbonne, is that I get to say to somebody, my goodness, I think that you would be fantastic at what I do. Would you please take a listen? And if you're on this call right now, and if somebody invited you on this call, just know that they see something special in you, and that's why they're asking you to take a peek at what we do. What if you could get paid according to your skill and effort? And I love to talk about this because, you guys, I was, as the director at the preschool, I was salary. So my salary didn't change, whether one day I worked hard, the next day I didn't work quite as hard. If I had to go in on a Saturday, my salary was always the same. And maybe at the end of the year, I would get a 2% raise. With Arbonne, if you work a little harder, you make a little more. If you work a little harder, you make a little more. It's completely based on you. I'm going to try. There's somebody that if you can just mute yourself, you guys, that would be great. Just so we don't have any background noise. I'm not able to for some reason. Okay. And what if you could improve your health? So what if there are many of us that are on day 4 of the 30 Days to Healthier Living program, and we are feeling fantastic. And it is truly amazing, not only for you to feel good and have that self-care, but to help other people to feel good as well. And then just changing the lives of others. You guys, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten phone calls or text messages from people that are like, thank you so much for introducing me to this program, or thank you so much for helping me earn an extra $500 a month so that I could pay for this or pay for that, things that were important to them. That's been a beautiful thing. And of course, like we talked about, what if you could actually get up when you were done sleeping? That's pretty cool. And here's the thing, you guys, if you keep doing exactly what you are doing right now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Some of you may be like, it looks pretty good. And that's actually the way that I was. I thought, you know what? I'm the director of the preschool. My husband's a firefighter. We were fine. We live in a nice neighborhood. We were good. Little did I know it could be better. And what I always talk about as well is at the preschool, I loved being at the preschool. I loved being the director, but I will tell you that I felt like that there was something more. And I didn't know what that more was. I didn't know, I had no idea it was going to come in the form of Arbonne. I just knew that I was meant to do more. And here we go. So it's been quite the blessing. When you're talking about the next 5 years, think about your health as well. If you keep doing exactly what you're doing, where will your health be in 5 years? That's something to think about as well. So as you heard, Tracy is getting ready to go to the big anniversary party right now. I'm so jealous. But this is our birthday month, 40 years of Arbonne, which is huge. You guys, most network marketing companies, statistically, 80 to 85% of them go out of business in the first 6 years. The fact that Arbonne has been around for 40 years is unheard of. It's really amazing. We have a dedicated home office, which is in Irvine, California, which is great. So it's very convenient for those of us that live in Southern California. And we have a scientific advisory board, committed leadership. As you saw, Tracy took the time, even though she was supposed to be at her party, she took the time to jump on this call with us. We support each other. We have just this amazing leadership. And I always tell the people on my team, I'm like, not all teams are created equally. You need to understand that we are on a team that is going places, and we are on a team that has committed leadership and support. It's really amazing. And a duplicatable business. We keep things very simple. And Tracy spoke to that. Anybody that's on here that's like, I could never do that, or I could never do that. Yes, you can, number one. Number two, we teach you, we train you, and we, it's all a process. It's not like doing these type of presentations. I didn't, the first day I jumped on, I wasn't doing this. It takes time and it's a process. The one thing about Arbonne that I love is that they put their people first. People, the planet, and the products. Profit is after all of that, which I love, and it speaks volumes to what Arbonne is all about. We're in several countries. We're in the UK, we're in Canada, we're in Poland, we're in Australia, and we're in New Zealand. The beautiful thing about that is if you know somebody in one of those countries, you can be their consultant. You can have clients in Poland, you can have clients in Australia. And right now you might be sitting there going, well, I don't even know anybody in those countries. Well, that's okay, because you might know somebody that knows somebody in those countries. So there you go. And it's really nice that you can actually be their consultant. Most network marketing companies, you have to hand it off. And of course, we have the premium consumable products with the Swiss heritage. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. We combine this science and nature for extraordinary results. Here's our mission. And this is important to me. And I feel like it's important to know, especially if you're considering, doing the 30-day or buying some of our products or jumping on the business opportunity. Arbonne transforms lives through pure botanically based ingredients in scientifically tested products, a pure, healthy lifestyle, and the pure joy of helping others. And that is the truth. The support that you get within Arbonne, when you're on the 30-day or when you are a new consultant and starting your business, is unheard of. It's truly amazing. So here's the product advantage. Pure, safe, and beneficial, of course, and our do not allowed list. So this is where the Swiss heritage comes into play. So I'm not sure if you know this, but in the United States, there are less than 20 ingredients that are actually banned. In the United States, something has to be proven to be harmful before it will actually be put on the banned list. Whereas European standards, there are more than 1,500 ingredients that are banned. You have to prove that it actually works and that it's beneficial before you can put it into your ingredients. And Arbonne goes further, exceeds that, and we ban over 2,000 ingredients. So when people say our products are clean, or when people say to me, I'm going to have to check with my doctor to see if I can use these products, I'm like, you go right ahead, because I know that the doctor is going to say yes, because our products are so clean. Everything is clinically tested, free of gluten and GMOs, vegan certified, no animal byproducts or testing, pH correct, no artificial sugars, dyes, or fragrances. And very, very important, I love this, we have a 45-day money-back guarantee. So I always say we're like the Nordstrom or the Costco of health and wellness companies. If something is not working for you, no questions asked, we will take it back. But I am going to tell you that I've been to our corporate office, and on the tour, I've seen the returns department, and it is bare. We have such a low return rate that things very, very rarely get returned. But the beautiful thing is, if for some reason something's not working for you, you can return it and you can get your money back. There's a little something for everyone. So we have our 30 Days to Healthier Living program, which is phenomenal. Many of us started, I think there was a group of almost 400 of us that started on Monday, and we're feeling fantastic. The 30 Days to Healthier Living program is essentially a 30-day program where you're going to detoxify and you're going to not consume foods that are allergenic and toxic to the body, and you're going to nourish your body properly. If you need more details about the 30-day program, definitely reach out to your the person that invited you on this call, and they will give you more details about that program. All I have to say is the majority of the consultants on my team started with the 30-day program as preferred clients, and they upgraded to consultants because they felt so good and had such great results. The first time I did the program, I lost 12 pounds and a bunch of inches, and I had never felt better in my life. The program works and it is phenomenal. We also have a baby care line. We have a teen line. We have shampoos and all kinds of personal hygiene items. We have cosmetics, and you guys, everything is vegan, gluten-free, kosher, dairy-free, and of course the 45-day money-back guarantee. Everything is so clean and so good for you, and there's something for everybody, which is so nice. And I must say, the baby line, it's called the ABC baby line. There are many people that suffer from eczema, could never figure out any type of products that would help them with their eczema. They use the baby line, and all of a sudden they are feeling their eczema is cleared up. So, as well as doing the 30-day program, that helps with eczema as well. So I love this slide. I love to talk about social marketing or network marketing. There are many, many people that don't know about network marketing or are not educated, and they'll say to me, oh, so you're part of one of those pyramid things. And I'm like, okay, number one, I don't really know that much about pyramids, but what I do know is that pyramids are illegal. Pyramids, I think were in the 70s and the 80s, had more to do, there were no products, it was just money. And the person at the top of the pyramid, they got all the money, and everybody down below, they lost all their money, right? So we are more like a rectangle, and I'll get to that in a minute, but really this is the gist of social marketing. So let's look at traditional retail. And I like to use the example of if you're going to go to Nordstrom and you're going to buy a lipstick, right? So it starts at the manufacturer, and they manufacture a lipstick for maybe $3, $5, whatever it might cost, because they're using inexpensive ingredients and a bunch of fillers, right? So the manufacturer has to be paid. Then the wholesaler has to be paid. Then the warehouser has to be paid, and the lipstick's going to sit there for a year or something because it's full of all kinds of garbage, so it'll be fine sitting on the shelf for a long time, but they have to be paid. Then the sales force has to be paid. So some kind of, who knows, Halle Berry or Sarah Jessica Parker or Beyonce or somebody has to do a commercial. They pay her millions of dollars to pretend she wears the lipstick, and then it ends up at the retailer, so it ends up at Nordstrom, right? And we end up paying $30 for what started as a $3 lipstick. So because all of these people have to be paid in between. So now let's look at social marketing, social marketing or network marketing. It starts at the manufacturer. Arbonne produces a super high quality product with with top of the line ingredients that they source from around the globe. It comes, so obviously we put money into the high quality products. It comes through the Arbonne consultant. And let me tell you, when I say it comes through us, we do not stock any products. We do not deliver any products. Any products that are in my home are products that I actually use. So the way that we spread the word is through social media or talking to friends.